Well, it's a new day, it's a new dawn. We're back with Turan. I decided to continue the game. There are so many cores left to take, of course. So I decided I have all the factories in the world, so I'm going to train 96 new divisions. I'm shoring up some front lines of the Axis. I'm hoping the Germans can hold themselves here. I'll try to solve this problem here. Take Finland and set up this army to invade the United Kingdom instead of that one. Should be alright. It'll take a while for my navy to build up anyway. I'll keep trying to invade here. It probably won't work. And I'll set up the killing of the Raj here. I need to find out if my supply here is still right. It could be worse, I guess. It's connected, so let's leave it at that. I'll continue to build some more dockyards to faster build up my navy. And there's lots and lots of air force everywhere, but I have to keep deploying new planes all the time. But let's get to work. River crossings, I really like those. Speaking of which, I should train some Marines. I can train 10, that's good enough for a small naval invasion or crossing of a river. Now let's cut apart these pesky Brits. Now this is endgame warfare, of course. I have to watch many fronts at the same time. If you watch any of my other videos, you know I hate to rely on battle orders, but hey, here we are. There's just so many lines and so much to do. So most of these guys do get their battle orders. Great, let's do another liberation of the Netherlands. How are we feeling? Well, they're off to the races. Who knows? And the coastline seems well protected, but let's see if we can't change that. Let's get the airport here, and then we can send over an air force, which I've conveniently located here. Hungary has renounced Treaty of Trianon. When did they do that? Align Hungary, of course. Oh well. That was bound to happen at some point. Let's kill these British divisions. Let's kill these British divisions. There they are. The UK is out. That leaves Free France. Well, we can handle those. Raj is now a major, but they're struggling. And there's the US. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. Let's justify on Iceland. I'm going to attack the United States through this area here. Easier said than done, but you gotta start somewhere. I probably don't even have naval supremacy here, but we have to build up. Right. Northern England, naval invasion. Let's do another look here. Iceland joined the Allies, but I'm invading. Iceland's gone. And immediately head for Iceland. Greenland. Also need to expand this port, and the infrastructure is already up to speed. Put in an airfield and put that all on top. Alright, I took the last port the Americans had in France. Time to mop up. Naval invasion of Greenland is going. Very curious to see how that one will turn out. I'm invading Greenland, but there are troops here. And it's essential we get this port, otherwise my troops there will die. Excellent, I took Greenland. Now let's improve the port here. Set up an airbase. And put those on top. I want to clear out parts, at least parts of the mainland here, so I have a few armies available. The general idea is to invade on the north side of Canada, on the east side of Canada, and in the Boston area in consecutive naval invasions. This has worked for me in the past. It's a reasonable late game strategy. The idea is the first naval invasion lands and gets almost pushed into the sea. Americans, Brits and Canadians will funnel their troops here. Whatever reserves they have will then fight the invasion on this side, and you'll have a relative easy landing in the Boston area. We'll need at least 3 armies to make this happen, and I'd very much like the landing craft to be done. So we have some time to finish off the Iceland, Greenland ports, so we have better control here, build more submarines, which is progressing nicely. How's your Seawolf? Oh, it's not so hot. That was a lot of allies killed. Yes, India has capitulated. Newfoundland. The Cognate of Turan has landed in Canada. Alright, does that help me with my naval supremacy here? Yes, it does. However, I will not be able to reach Boston, and that's a priority. As long as I don't get over here. And we're off. Does that mean I can launch the other guys? Oh yes, I can. Well, they're landed. What are you guys doing? Well, it's a bit crowded in Iceland, sir. Permission to disembark. Yeah, sure, but we have no naval supremacy anymore. Because once again, my fleets are repairing. Since I've landed in Boston, this will be a good place to send my mechanized. And let's send over the rest of the guys. They'll have to come all the way from Iceland, but, well, they'll get there when they get there. And I have a problem in England. Where are my Marines? Marines, fix this. It's usually not easy to take out the United States this late in the game. Why am I doing relatively well right now? Because a lot of the Americans got killed in Europe. It's really the only reason. Last naval invasion is launched. Norfolk invasion is coming close. And this is a classic pincer maneuver. Only 29% participation, and we're practically doing everything here. Los Angeles is mine, and that's the end of it. Oh yeah. Well, this is a peace deal. That includes pretty much the entire world, doesn't it? I only took 8 states, but I got a lot of puppets. Let's have a look. I have as subjects the United Kingdom, Yugoslavia, Canada, Mexico, Guam, Philippines, Free America, India, Malaya, and Octania. That's a lot. Germany took stuff everywhere. They took Pakistan for some reason. Took some bits and pieces here and there. Took the Suez, most of Africa. Doesn't really matter. That means they'll just have their troops spread out. Can I take over faction yet? It's close. I can go for this. I can go for this. Back for the encore. Slight update. I annexed the United States, primarily for their manpower. Trying to take over the faction. Need more factories for it, but I'll build compliance in the United States, and that'll get me there. In the meantime, I'm invading Japan. Now, it turns out that's quite a bit more difficult than it looks like if you're using the, your standard setup that you're used to using in 1939 or something. And it's 1946 now. Still, my Marines are pushing through. I lost a few of them, and my lines are a mess, but it'll be fine. I'm primarily walking around here, building war score. Alright, try this on for size. Hmm, 18% should be alright. Let's put the Japanese out of their misery. And that's Japan. I'll save you the peace conference. Restart the recording for another update. China has capitulated. I'm the only one in here. So, let's puppet communist China and let them take all the stuff. Time for an update. I haven't been recording everything because this would have been hours and hours of footage otherwise. Right now, well, world conquest is well on its way. I'm annexing some puppets here and there. I took over faction leadership of the Axis, kicked out Bulgaria, finished the focus, took Bulgaria, and now I kicked out Germany because I'm doing the Greek focuses to get cores there. I've realized I'd never actually gotten Turan with all the cores, so I thought I'd finish that up. The war goal on Germany is almost done. There's invasions and stuff already. Still setting up. Alright, everyone's exercised. That needs to be. Even these guys. Let's go. These are basically my best armies here, so I really want them to succeed. You're getting intercepted though, that's really too bad. That looks like a successful landing, despite quite a few casualties. Why is the supply here so bad? Guys, come on. No convoys have access supply. And we're here again. Managed to consolidate France and cut off millions and millions of German troops. Germany's on its last legs. Just thought I'd show you my final tactic. I could go for the victory points, but there's a few bit too many German troops still out there. So I'm going to use these mechanized divisions to just cut off the frontline troops and encircle them. It's especially busy down south here. Yep, that's another big part. Well, that's Berlin. And here we are. That's more like it. Subdue the Magyars is done. This got me a war goal against all these guys. Not Slovakia, but they're Hungarian puppets, so they'll join in anyway. That's Romania. Okay, let's go. And that's Italy. And if I'm not mistaken, this will get me all of my cores. Integrate Magyarians. Controls Vespanat and Vojvodina. Ah. Yes. Well, I have some convoys that can fix that. Here goes Yugoslavia, and now we can click Integrate the Magyars, which will give me a lot of non-core manpower, compliance, growth speed. No cores, if I can read this correctly. But still, it's another button. Integrate the Magyars. And that is all of the cores I want and ever need. Occupied state, that's fine. All this coring, non-coring is all interesting, of course, but with my compliance gain, I'm at 100% compliance and a lot of stuff I conquered. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, this is the Khaganate of Turan. Bit bigger than you really need, and certainly a lot later than I usually play. As for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really curious at this time what I'll make of it in editing. It's about 6 hours in footage, and I'm definitely not going to show it all to you. But there's some nice encirclements and some invasions. It's fun, it's fun. Let me know if there are any requests in the comments or alternative strategies to form Turan, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.